Awesome. Hello. Okay, I must really love you all. By the way, I'm wearing clothes. I just realized that y'all mightn't be able to see that because I bathed just for y'all today. I did my eyebrows. I really actually plan to do lots of makeup. Well, not lots, not like purple and all of that. But I had planned to do like foundation and stuff because I figured I should practice a bit of what I learned. But somewhere around 5:30, it was like, oh my gosh, I have a live at 6, so you should go bathe. Because I knew even though y'all wouldn't be smelling me, I would feel uncomfortable doing a live. But I was watching Little House on the Prairie all day. Guys, honestly, y'all know I'm big on media, right? Because every parenting seminar that I ever go to and every parenting workshop I ever go to, they all talk about media, and the parents themselves complain about, is the media, is the media, is the media, and then I go, so what's your kid watching though? Because everybody's complaining about the media, but their kid's watching the media. So Little House on the Prairie, I mean, Jessie loves it. It's really cool.
Right now watching it.
She's right now watching it. You should let them see what your hair looks like. What her hair looks like in the middle of combing it, because she can't comb it all at once. Yes, somewhere around 5:30, I was like, Jess, I can't finish this episode with you. I should get up and go get ready and like try to be clean. He was going to do a stink and dirty live. Well, no, because I have some kind of standards. You know, y'all are making me bathe now. I feel like I've been bathing. Hi, Sparkle. Is this your first time making it live? Great job. Sparkle, where are you? Where do you live? Don't put like your exact address there, because we don't want no stalkers like harassing you. But tell us where you're from. Well, I should give her a chance because I know that there's a little delay. So y'all can see my hair still wet on it, you know. Let's tell y'all, I really love y'all, you know. Let me tell you, right? I was so not feeling to do this live today. This Sunday, 6 o'clock thing. I know. But, you know, I love y'all. And this I think not last week, but last live, I can't top it. I'm being honest with y'all, I can't top it. I can't see how many likes. Not that I can't, but I probably didn't try hard enough. Hey, Dabbity boy. I was supposed to go Arima today, actually, because I had a really good conversation with some parents this week whose both set of parents, we were doing a meeting, and both parents happened to have had their sons start secondary school this week. And it was really an eye-opener. And the father was in the room as well. And you know, the difference between the mom and the dad, it was like black and white. It's really, really, really very different. Maybe the dads could chime in here. But I don't know, because obviously I do this by myself. I don't have a dad who's chiming in. Hi, Marsha. Happy to see you again. Orang was in the house. Yes, so it was really funny to see the difference. Like, I mean, black and white between the mom and the dad. And she spoke a lot about how I dress up. So, because I'm big, and I'm actually not really dressed up. I'm in a house. I should stand and let y'all know. So, in a house dress. And I combed my hair. Well, I didn't really comb my hair. I wet my hair. And then I just, like, did this thing where I do. And you can see, and I was seeing, like, all my baby hair. You know, kind of still. I didn't get a chance to, like, you know. But I did try to do my eyebrows, right? Because I want to practice some of the things that I learned. So I did do my eyebrows. I'm supposed to do like the top and finish it off, and then the foundation will fix it and all of that. But I didn't get a chance because then I would have been late. But at least I'm getting somewhere. I tried my eyebrows. Yeah. Yes. So what was I saying? Yes. Kieran is always come and like distract me. I am like, it looks good. Thank you. And that's from guys, because guys normally go, oh my gosh, you're wearing makeup. Kieran, when are we doing our photo shoot? Kieran is a photographer and he's going to make me look pretty one day on camera. Can I finish? Oh my gosh, y'all distract me, you know, y'all really do. So it was really different. But this lady, and I took her email address and I didn't take her telephone number, and I tried to send her an email like to go, because I'd invited them to do the live with me because I wanted to get their perspective. It was just so eye-opening, and it was refreshing that they were willing to tell it on live, because so many people are camera shy and they don't want to tell. But so that maybe I could do this is my plead. You know, y'all love to watch me pour my heart out to y'all on live and tell y'all everything that's going on in my life, and all my skeletons in my closet come out on live and all kind of drama. we need, and y'all all, I get all these messages saying it's so inspirational, thank you very much. After this Wednesday's live, I gotten a lot of messages saying, and I hope you do more, and they hadn't realized that I was doing lives before, blah, 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 you know. So guys, maybe you guys should, you know, really come and do some with me. You're always welcome to come. Or I could come to your house and we can have a conversation going, because then it's not, because I'm not a parenting guru. I keep telling people that, right? Which is why on the show, I will have authorities come on and I'll just be asking all the questions. But on live, it's like, what am I supposed to tell these people? Oh yes, bring food as compensation. Oh my gosh, now I have to cook? Oh, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What should we feed this photographer that I have to feed with food? I might prefer to feed with money, to pay with money, boy. I don't cook, you know. Do I look like a girl that cooks? We will do a live in the studio. Jessie Lee cooks. Jessie Lee says she'll bring you food. Jessie trying to be up in my live, but she watching TV. She tell her make her mind up whether she come and show them your hair now. You know, show them your hair. No, that's why she camera shy today, because she have like one plot going on here, no rice, flour, or sugar. Geez, so you want to cook diet food too? I don't do that, you know. As a real fried chicken junkie.
I do eggs.
Jessie Lee says she'll do eggs for you. She's make a good baked chicken too. Anyways, can we get on with it? I want to actually, sorry, I know as Rel reach across the screen to do things and then like you'll end up seeing my hand, right? I'm not going to read the Bible or do like a major prayer or anything, but I do think that we should try to not be funny for 2 seconds and be serious for 2 seconds and just say a quick prayer like in our minds or something for our Caribbean neighbors and for those in the States as well, because this hurricane thing is not cool. But I think just general, I posted something this week on Facebook saying I don't know which one worse to watch, CNC3 or CNN. Between the flooding, between the heat, the killings, the wars, the genocides, there's so much. I mean, I think that I'm a widowed dad, so it's different for me to deal with them now cooking and then going to do their hair. Wow, Marcus. So Marcus, where are you? Are you in Trinidad? Tell me in Trinidad, because I would love to have you do a live with me, because that would be really interesting to hear your story, Marcus, and how do you deal with it? Yes, so I do want to I'm not going to watch these comments for a little bit, because I do want to take some time out just Mother Nature, of course, I think is God, and my views on it, it's really like, if you were to put it as parenting and God being a father like everyone else, we've not been treated our home very well. Trinidad's actually ranked, Jessie, you cannot chime in on my lives from far. Okay? Thank you very much, my love. She's now not pleased. Oh yes, Marcus, you did say you were from Arangwes. Sorry. So we are definitely going to have Marcus come and do a live with me. Yes. I think that Trinidad is actually, we're in the top 20 countries with greenhouse gas emissions per capita. That's not cool, guys. We've been spared a lot, but I think that we are acting like spoiled children who do not value what we have. I mean, how many of us recycle in our homes? How many of us really think about the electricity bill, our car bills? We've been spoiled. We have fuel subsidies. Our electricity bills are so much lower. Our water rates are so much lower than everywhere else in the world. And when we really start to think about how many young children die every second around the world because of lack of water, when we think of what's going on with all the hurricanes and stuff, we do need to get our act together. Like, we seriously need to get our act together. This is not a call for salvation, although I do think that we should get our spiritual acts together, because, we all need to be ready for that time. So I don't mean to be morbid about it, but I just heard from my friend in St. Martin, which was I'm very thankful for hearing from him in the first place, because I'd heard from so many other people who had, from Antigua and whatnot. I've still been hearing from my friends in Miami. So I had a sense that they were cool. But my friends in St. Martin, and I have a lot of friends in St. Martin because of hockey, and I just haven't been hearing from them. And then you heard about the looting and stuff. And just before the live, actually, I was about 3 minutes late on live today, was because he was saying that like right outside his house, people had come and they'd cut the fuel lines from cars to get fuel. And the truth is, I mean, even pretty decent human beings become really savage when you're facing what these people are facing. And I think that, we're taking it for granted. Jessie and her cousin made some really cute weather report videos. But it's just to show how much we can't even fathom what the rest of the world is going through. I mean, Mexico just had I think it's the tsunami, I can't remember. I promise I watched it, I just don't remember. I can't remember what it was. But, it's just all over the world. Like, I can't pronounce the name of that country that's doing all of the genocide right now as well. But it's a lot of stuff going on. And we need to take some time, because I know that our politicians seem to be killing it all on their own without natural disasters. But we do need to take some time. Earthquake, 8-point-something earthquake, that's what it was. Thank you, guys. And y'all want to tell me the name of the country too, who have all the genocide going on right now. So we do need to take some time out and recognize that we are still really, really, really super blessed, and we need to stop behaving like spoiled children, because we really are behaving like spoiled children, and we are not taking care of what we have. Guys, our flooding is ridiculous. And that, we could talk about the government and the government and the government, but at the end of the day, we all know that we all throw our fridge and washing machine and mattress, and we throw the Royal Castle box outside the window. We do not have, a lot of our homes, aren't doing the recycling. We all do the bottled water. Sorry to the bottled waters companies. But even if you're going down the bottled water route, recycle the plastic, If you can, then, guys, get into the filter system, get into taking bottles of water, just simple things. We really, really, really need to take stock of how blessed we are and what's going on in the rest of the world, and just do little things in your own home that can make a difference, and that is something, not everyone's called to do. I sometimes argue with God that I wasn't called to do just the small things in my own home, and I have to take on load for everybody else. But talking to a social worker once, and he'd said, if everybody did just a little bit in their homes, then we wouldn't even need to be doing all this activist work, right? Because we end up it's like a seesaw, and it's a balancing act. So we have to be killing out ourselves. Like, it's stress, eh? If y'all feel like y'all think this looks all glamorous, but it is so much stress to be writing on behalf of people who don't even seem to care enough to recycle, or who don't even care enough to say, do I need to drive? Can we not carpool? Yes, is it a little bit inconvenience? But I think that we've gone a little too far for the sake of convenience and stuff like that. Again, I watch Little House on the Prairie, and I like When Cozy Hearts, and they're all very old-time shows. And life seems so much simpler then. And I know that people, the outhouse and the cooking over the fire and whatever, but we have gone so far that we have really, really done some damage to this home called Earth, and we need to take stock of ourselves. And in particular, Trinidad and Tobago, we need to realize how blessed we are, and we need to stop behaving like spoiled children, get our act together, and, you know, just do a few things in your home. A few things in your home. Yeah. So, on that note, actually, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, balancing the old time days with the new modern way of parenting, because that's one of the topics that came up when I was having the meeting with the parents. Actually, it's called 123. They were 123 Kids Expo. It is happening this month, actually. Oh, the notes are on my phone, so I can't tell you all right now. But check them out. They're on 123 Kids Expo, because I think a lot of people are really trying to build parenting communities. Because at the end of the day, it does take a village to raise a kid, and we are all really suffering from lack of support. I think that what is happening is, again, the gap between old-fashioned parenting and modern parenting feels so big that we are not getting the support that we should get from the older ones, because we're getting a lot of judgment, because we have decided to do things very differently. So they can't guide us. A lot of them aren't trying to understand why we feel the need to break away and do things differently. And so the support that we should be getting from the older generation, we're not really getting. But then in our attempt to move so far into a different way of parenting, we are missing some of the good things that we could keep. So we need to find a way to bridge that. What do you know about Little House on the Prairie? Boy, Little House on the Prairie is a real deal. Y'all need to find it. It's on Netflix, and everybody's kid needs to be watching it. Stop watching all that Disney and Nickelodeon. That fills their mind with gunk. Gunk, gunk, gunk. Stop watching it. Go to Little House on the Prairie. In fact, I think I'm going to do, well, I keep saying I'm going to do it. It's just for me to actually do it, you know. I'm going to do a series on YouTube called Life Lessons from Little House on the Prairie, because during this show, like, she has so many pearls of wisdom that you just go, yep, that's a minute there that needs to be cut out, and we can learn from it. I think my camera is twisted. Are y'all seeing it twisted? Like, is that straight now? Because I'm seeing the door kind of like slanted. Oh well, y'all are hearing and getting what I'm trying to say. Yes. So I think we need to find a balance, because what's happening as well is, well, I'm going to talk about, you know, the poor ones. I can't talk about the rich ones, but camera is fine. Thank you, Jape. Well, no, Marcus, that's the point, right? I'm old enough to have watched this, but the point is that we do need to bring some of the things back from the old time days, because while there are a lot of things that I did not agree with in the old time days, there's certainly really, really good things to take from the old time days. And that's what we need to find. We need to sift through what are the things that they did well that we can continue and bring into the modern day parenting. The other balance that we need to find is this rich and poor balance, and the balance between responsibility and raising a really enabled a kid who feels that, you know, they're entitled to the world. We're enabling a lot of entitlement. So we need to find that balance as well. Well, you guys know that I've written a book, and when I was writing the book, I had to do a lot of interviews, and a lot of them had kids, right? And something that, you know, I mean, Harvard had done a study on it as well. A lot of US presidents have lost their parents at a really young age and stuff like that. And of course, you go through Oprah, you go through all of relatively, you know, people that you are really successful, and they all have a horrible, horrible story. So, hold on, Jessie, can you like get your dogs to, I guess I could have just done that, shouted her name. Except I never know which dog's barking. If not, the next time, could you go outside and say it so it doesn't like come through my live? Yes. So what tends to happen is if we grew up really, really poor and we were like taking taxi from a ridiculously young age and we weren't eating, like we were eating flour porridge or whatever random things that happen, right? What we tend to do is want better for our children, which is fair. It's fine and it's understandable to want better from your children. But are we taking the wanting better for our children too far? You know, I mean, okay, fine. They don't need to go and work at age 9 just to afford to go to school. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that they can't make their beds. Now, I'm not a huge fan of making their bed. I can't necessarily justify it. I like my bed made. But, I mean, it might be washing the dishes. It might be sweeping. It might be simple things, guys. We need to stop hovering over our children. We need to give them some responsibility. And on the note of hovering over our children, again, I get the balance, right? No. Will I allow Jessie Lee to run up and down in the road like we would have done? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be inside and she by the neighbor and she walk into the neighbor, because that's what we did. We all walked all over the neighborhood and we didn't have no gated community, but we was walking and we were safe. Would I allow that? No, I will not allow that. But at the same time, there must be a certain level of independence. So for instance, she goes to the fruit stall and I walk behind enough so that she can feel a sense of independence and she can learn some of the things that we learned by be given that like independent space to go and shop for something, be given a list, be given money, handle your situation and things like that. And so we have to really, really, really become conscious of creating kids that cannot, I mean, because they're going to go to university and they're going to be like, what am I supposed to do with myself? And that's not good. And you see a lot of breakdown. And I mean, I'm not talking about those that are clinically mentally ill and whatnot. That's a totally different topic, right? But there are a lot of people who cannot deal with basic things because, well, you're in school and you're doing SEA, so you have to stop doing sports or you have to stop everything else. Guys, life doesn't stop when we have a new project in work or you get a new promotion. Your husband don't say, well, go ahead and don't cook, or your kids don't say, well, go ahead and don't parent. These childhood responsibilities, we need to start to teach them. Like, I'm big on, let me get one of my diaries out. So this is one of them. No, this one doesn't have it. Hold on. Right, I use an Excel sheet, right? This one's actually blank. Maybe I could teach it to you guys here. Right? How much time do I have? I could probably, see, 22, oh gosh, geez, Louise, it's half an hour. It's like Flyboy. Let me see if I find one that's already, I don't want y'all knowing all my business. Okay, all right, so look at this. And this is something that you can help your children work on. I mean, if you guys have if you think that you're not really good with time management skills, this is something that you can work on, right? So if you look at it here, you'd see that I have, you know, the times there on one column. And then I highlight things out. So you put blocks of time. So in your case, you know, you're getting ready for work or whatever. And then you have like a block of time between 8 to 4 where you really can't do anything. So they can't do anything. So if you help them out with 8 to 2, then that's when they're in school, and then you work out, okay, you know, you have a half an hour. And so you put the half an hour in like grayed out time because they can't do anything with it. You know, a half an hour to rest or whatnot, to go and take a little run. Guys, this is very important. I mean, you see, the problem is that we think that, well, if they start to play and never played it, then it's like the whole afternoon. But it does not take 5 minutes to play a game of go to pack or play a game of memory. Card games, that's a serious thing, right? I'm going all over this live, poor thing. Card games is something that's really important that we take for granted. Things that we learned in the old time days that we're not learning, and our school system is not picking it up. So I'll give you some examples. When you play memory with cards, you're working on your memory. When you play card games, there are a lot of things where your brain's developing and you're not picking up on it. But because they're not playing these games anymore, and we're not playing these board games, and we're not playing these card games with our kids, then they're not developing those skills. And school's not teaching it because the system hasn't changed to be able to teach those things. So they're not picking up on it, and their brains literally not developing, their entire brain's not developing because we're not taking the time. So it really does not take a lot of time, guys, and that's the trick. We think that it must be hour gaps and 2 hour gaps and 3 hour gaps, but it doesn't. It takes 5 minutes for us to say, okay, every single day I'll just play one game with my child. Don't start a Monopoly game, or if you're okay with it, so we may play Scrabble for the whole week, or we may play chess for the whole week, or Monopoly for the whole week, because then you know, okay, this is how it works, right? So I have like ping time and stuff. So you may want to put in like 15 minutes of ping time, which is what I call Jessie time. So it may be Jonas time, Jonathan time, whatever time. Clearly I have something for J's. So you pull that, you put that time in just like an appointment, and you say, okay, let's play. And this is our Scrabble time. So we're gonna play a Scrabble. We're gonna play a game of Go Fish, Go to Pack, whatever, all fours, right? All these things develop their brain. Like, they're not useless. They really are very important to their critical thinking skills, their working memory, their processing skills. All these things are really important. And so you can start to play these things, and it's considered bonding time. Then you go outside and you take a ball and you play catch. Guys, I've done PE for 13-year-olds who cannot play catch. Like, seriously, how is it that a 13-year-old cannot catch a ball, right? And it's because they're there on their iPad, and it does not take a lot of time. Again, spend 10 minutes playing catch. Spend 5 minutes playing catch, and it will benefit them, because 5 minutes over 5 minutes over 5 minutes, we all know about compound interest. Maybe next week I'll do a class on compound interest. Because actually today I wanted to do financial management as part of the whole life skills thing, right? But we need to start to do, we need to start to pour into our children some of the old-fashioned parenting things that really we didn't notice, because we're wondering, why are so many diseases coming up? Or why is this going to shit? And why is this happening? And why is this happening? Because we're totally lost a lot of the old-fashioned things that worked. So spend 5 minutes, just 5 minutes every day, doing something old-fashioned. So let's play a game of Go to Pack. Teach your kids how to play all fours or something like that. If you don't have board games, guys, you can get really cheap board games. I mean, I got Monopoly for $34 in Better Deal in Aranguez. So it doesn't have to be $200-300 that you're investing every month. If you buy one board game every single month, the pile is gonna stack up. And if you commit to one day, so on a Friday night or whenever, we spend 15 minutes. If 15 minutes is all you can offer, give 15 minutes to doing something old-fashioned that really, really will benefit. Go outside and play catch with your children. Play a game of cards, play a board game. Here's something else that we take for granted that's really important. Do you remember we all used to run around in the courtyard? We all did, and you had 200 children in a small space learning to dodge. Again, I teach PE. I have put 4 children and said, run, all of y'all. I put them in a corner. So each of them starts in a corner, and they need to run. So picture the person on this side and the person on this side have to cross paths to get to the other point of the square. So at once, all 4 have to cross each other, right? They scream, they close their eyes. These are big children. These are all teenagers. They go, ah! They put their feet up, all kind of craziness. Because we think that this dodging action is natural, because we've had to maneuver our way. 150 children trying to play catch. You playing catch with your friend. You playing Red Rover. You playing Morals. All kind of thing going on. And your brains are thinking really quickly, learning how to move about. And your reaction skills, your reflexes, all these things are being developed. But now their skills are not being developed because great HSSC, all these different OSH acts and blah, 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 fine, cool. But now, so you have to create it. You have to bring friends over. I don't know how y'all could, talk to, that's why PE is so important in schools, where they really, I think our PE curriculum is the worst. But things like that, these skills that build their core muscles. Core muscles are so important for handwriting. The Ministry of Education implementing penmanship because penmanship is down. Guys, do you know why penmanship is down? Because a broom sweeping and mopping and doing these things builds up our core muscles, builds up our shoulder muscles, builds up our wrist muscles, and we can write better. When they don't know, they don't have the body development. We're taking a lot of physical development for granted. We're taking a lot of the things that we played sports. It was just natural for us to be sweaty. It was natural for us to run up and down and go to class sweaty. And our kids aren't getting that benefit. And we are, unfortunately, doing them a great disservice because if you don't want to do it in an unstructured manner, fine, but then you've got to make sure to structure it in. I'm sorry, but piano and French, and even depending on football, it's not necessarily helping them because once a week for 1 hour, when half of them complain, and again, I coach kids, so I know, oh my gosh, the sun's so hot, oh my gosh, the sun's so hot. And I think, dude, like, I know everybody's gonna say, Marsha, the sun different to when we was, yeah, but we played all day in the sun. Them can't handle a half an hour in the sun without like going crazy. And the parents go crazy because the parents go, will they this and will they that? We need to stop sheltering them so much. Stop sheltering them so much. Guys, I get that we have to, you gonna pass?
I'm gonna pass and don't laugh.
Nobody's laughing. You're still cute with all your little plaits. And she goes into my room. You'll ever notice this child goes into my room. Never into her room, you know.
Yeah, because you're so noisy.
Well, that's why you should go into your room. It's further away from my own. Let me check this time. Oh my, it is 31 minutes. No way. Guys, it's 30 minutes. It's like real fly. So, okay. I was going to ask y'all how was your first week. So that's what y'all can do. Leave a comment telling me how was your first week back out to school. I'm so sorry. Devon Morgan, a big shout out to Devon, guys. His name's gonna be there. Devon, what you should do is comment on this live so people can know. He sells secondhand appliances, guys, and he delivers, and he is efficient, and he is reasonable. Oh my goodness, I love that about people when they're reasonable, efficient, good customer service. So please, Devon, comment so that they could find you and they could use your services. 30 minutes is gone. I cannot believe it's gone already. I'm very sorry. So make sure and comment. Let us know what are some of the things that happened in your first week. Let's get a conversation going about the first week of school. Anybody who transitioned from primary school to secondary school. How did your kids, guys, we did a lot of articles in the magazine about that, right? This is a big thing. You need to make sure that you place importance on your child moving from primary school to secondary school. It is a big time for them. Don't shrug what they're feeling. Don't shrug the bad moods and whatever. Please be there for them. Yeah? So, let's try to go back to some old time ways. Let's find a balance between like hovering over our kids and doing every single thing for them and like being all anal about their safety. Yes, I get it. It's not the old time days, but we have to be purposeful. Y'all know I like that word. Be purposeful about finding ways to give them their independence, give them tools to really toughen them up without breaking them, because again, I think that some of the things that we had to do broke us. So you have to find a way, and I call it bungee cord parenting. If you guys haven't read that article, you can go check that out on my website where I talk about bungee cord parenting. So we're not like throwing them over the cliff, but we're not jumping with them. So you could strap them in the bungee cord, but then they need to jump. And they need to feel the fear and the pressure and everything from jumping, right? So that's it for tonight. Try I call it an hour by hour. I had learned this when I was doing network marketing. So y'all could try it. Let me know. If anybody wants me to actually do a whole session on just planning this hour by hour, I can. We were planning to do, I wanted to do financial management. So maybe we could do the financial management and planning hour by hour as a detailed class. So I think our kids do need to learn both time management and financial management. There are some parents that do need to know that as well. But but we could do that on Wednesday. We'll learn financial management and time management. Yeah, guys, I love you. Have a fantastic week. Continue the conversation because even after I finish, you can continue to comment on the live, right? So please continue the conversation. Share, share, share. Please share, please share, please share. Okay? I love you. Have a great week and see you on Wednesday. Keep praying for our Caribbean neighbors, guys, please.